Hello everybody, it's Vegas Ride Along. It's time to start DoorDashing and Uber eating, so let's get going. Hey everybody, it's 7:22 a.m. and we're on our way to Starbucks. We're gonna get $5 for 2.7 miles. It's the slowest day ever. I've been waiting about an hour and a half for a decent offer, and this is the first one to come in. I hope the day picks up. I hope it gets a little bit better. Fingers crossed. We'll be working till about noon today, so that tells me we're not going to have a whole lot of progress today, but we're still going to have a good time. The weather's nice. It's 73 degrees, and it's Sunday, so traffic is going to be light. I wonder if there's something going on today that's making it where people don't feel like ordering anything today. Maybe they're finally running out of money. I was working on my new intro for my videos, so that way they're more consistent when they start up. And then I was also working on a little video to explain the tiered membership program for the videos. So I was just trying to figure out how to explain it. I mean, I created the bronze level for $2.99. And so that way the person that subscribes to the bronze tier, they can see the next video that's going to come out before anybody else. So that's the main perk of the bronze tier for $2.99. And then the silver tier one, it's, what is it? I think it's $5.99. Yeah, $5.99 is the silver tier. And then you get like the next group of videos that are soon to be released, but are not going to be released immediately, but they're soon to be released. So you get like the next level up of videos that I've created. And then the gold tier membership is $9.99, and that's everything. That's like all the videos that I've made so far and uploaded. And you can see in the, I think when you go there and you like look at it to join the memberships, you can see little thumbnails of like how many are available. I think right now I've got like on the silver tier there's like 2 videos available, and they're pretty long. And then the highest tier there's 2 videos available, but you also get the silver tier videos as well. So you get like a total of 4 videos to watch before anybody else. So that's all it really is for the tiered membership plans. So that's it. That's my commercial for the moment, and we're almost at Starbucks. So let's go pick it up. All right, awesome. Thank you. Thank you too. Okay, I got it. There was nobody in the Starbucks except for a couple of people, and they look like a bunch of lollygaggers. They're just hanging out and look slower than heck. We're off to a house, and let's see how far away it is. Oh, look, there's no internet. That's perfect. That's a great way to start the day. There it goes, 2 minutes, 0.8 miles. It's a house. And let's see, leave at my door. Please make sure all box combos are sent. All box combos are sent. Boy, they just left some information there from something old. Because all this is a single drink. So I don't know what the heck they're talking about. So all right, let's head on over there and drop it. This person right here, oh man, they got a lot of weeds in their yard. Shoot, that house looks abandoned, like a ghost house. All right, we're almost there. Let's see here. Let's make sure we don't miss it. We don't want to miss it. There it is.
The customer requested you leave the order at their door.
There it is.
Additional instructions are provided in the Dasher app.
We're heading off to Walgreens. We're gonna be getting, let's see how much we're getting. We're getting $6.75 for 2.8 miles shopping for 2 items. I normally don't accept anything less than 8 when it comes to shopping, but it's so slow. I'm like, well, it's so slow. We gotta just keep busy, and the miles are fine. So it's a go. It's a go, and let's get over there. They're doing so much construction. It is crazy. And they're always moving the cones. Oh, let's see here. If I can turn right here. Hey everybody, let's look at what we're shopping for. Oh boy, we're shopping for two large cases of water. What a great way to start the morning. Let's go get that water. All right, we have the water. We're going to leave at the door, and it just says, please leave at the front door. And it's 1.8 miles from here, 5 minutes away. Let's go. Yeah, it was all quiet inside of the Walgreens. The only issue that we had was there's no cell phone service in this particular Walgreens. So once we found the item that we were looking for, I had to go to the front of the store to get a signal. And then once I got a signal, I was good. I was able to check out. And then I had to go back to the aisle with the water and then put it in the cart and then bring it around. So that kind of slowed me up. But it's a slowed up kind of day, so we might as well just take it easy. And then the girl at the register, she had me sign a little receipt to, I guess whenever you're a DoorDasher at that Walgreens, they have you sign a little receipt, you know, verifying that you paid and picked up the order or whatever. It's something that Walgreens does, but other places like CVS, they don't do anything like that. So it must be some sort of corporate thing that they do, which is funny because all I do is just put a squiggle on it. It's because, just like whatever. It's just whatever corporate goon said this was a great idea. Here you go. Here's your squiggle on a piece of paper. That doesn't mean a darn thing. So that was it. And then then the guy in front of me, he reeked of cigarettes, and he was buying more cigarettes so he could be even more stinky and smell like cigarettes. And he got himself a Dr. Pepper. That was the only things I observed. Everything else was pretty much normal. And you saw I loaded up all the water in the trunk, and I'm hoping I can get close to the house where I can just carry the water to the door and not have to pull out my flatbed cart. And if I do have to pull out the flatbed cart, I'm hoping they don't have cars that are blocking the driveway or the walkway to get to the front door. Because a lot of times, especially on a Sunday morning, everybody's at home and they're blocking the driveway and the sidewalk with their cars. So we'll see what happens when we get there. Funny how in the app, when they offered this to me, they said they're going to give me an extra $4 to do this delivery because it's heavy. Like that somehow makes it more enticing because it's only $6.75. So they're basically saying if it wasn't a heavy delivery, these 2 items, they would only be paying $2.75. And nobody is going to go to Walgreens to pick up anything for $2.75. So it's just a complete joke that they would say we're giving you an extra $4 to pick up these heavy items. This is a pretty gated community At least we'll get some nice video out of this for our time, for our $6.75 order for 2 cases of water. So I'm sure the driveway will be empty since this is a real fancy place to live. And we'll see. We'll just see if it turns out whether or not how far. Usually in places like this, it's a long walk to get to the front door. But they make it usually really difficult to, to use a flatbed cart. We'll just have to wait and see. It's not too much further. Just another minute or so. Yeah, I was just trying to be productive this morning because it was so slow. I wasn't getting any offers. So I said, well, I might as well work on the intro to my videos, kind of like an intro template. And then I figured I might as well also, while I'm doing that, I might as well make a little advertisement or whatever, a promo video to explain the tiered membership program. So I'm like, well, that's productive. So I did that. And that was it. I was just kind of hanging out at home after I got all that done. I was like, boy, I sure hope something comes in decent pretty soon, because there was absolutely nothing even close that I was going to take for my troubles. I was like, nope, I don't care. I don't care what you're offering me. If it doesn't fall in line with what I'm willing to pay, I ain't doing it. Well, let's see. Is it this house over right here, or is it another one? See, 2.
The customer requested you leave the order at their door. They added the following instructions.
Did I pass it already?
Leave at my door. Please leave it at the front door.
Let's see. Is this is the side door? So I think I better turn around. They said, please leave at the front door. Guess I'm gonna have to turn around. I blew it. They said, please leave at the front door. Well, let's just park on this side of the street. It's too much of a pain to have to go around. All right, here we are. We did good on that one. It turned out it was $10.33. There was a hidden amount, so we scored. We made a lot more money than what we thought we were going to get. So that was great news. Now we're just here waiting, slowly trying to get out of this gated community. Turn back on the UberEats. Oh, something's coming in for McDonald's. $7 for 3.5 miles. That looks good. All right, I'm accepting. Uh-oh, here comes UberEats, ready to chime in with some horrible offer. Let's go offline there. Oh boy. Yeah, this is now suddenly it's becoming busy. It's like everybody wakes up at the same time and everybody's like, hey, let's order something. Those people sure did spend a lot of money for that bottle of water. If they paid me $10 and change for the water, and then they paid for the water, well, now you're talking over, at least minimum over $10 per case of water, maybe even $15 a case for each water. That's a lot of money. I'm like, why do these people do that? Maybe they just don't have a way to to get access to the water, so that's why they do it. That's all I can think. Uh-oh, here comes a homeless guy. Ugh. Every time I come to this location, they're always mopping the floor. It's not really safe for people that are customers that are, they don't even put up safety cones to say don't walk or be careful, the floor is slippery. I went out a side door because I did not want to walk across the wet floor. It was so wet. Oh well. We're going to be going to, it looks like a house, contactless delivery, 2.5 miles from here. We'll be there in 5 minutes. When I arrived at the McDonald's, I had to sit in the car for a minute because there was a homeless guy walking by my car really slow. And I just knew that if I got out of the car, he was going to ask me for money. So I just stayed in the car until he finally went inside McDonald's. He was probably going to use the restroom or just hang out in McDonald's. So as soon as he went into the McDonald's, then I got out of the car. I'm like, I ain't dealing with this. It's Sunday morning. I ain't dealing with this. I'm sitting in the car until he walks by. Last night I was trying to figure out what the family wanted for dinner, and I think someone said they wanted tacos. So they have a good deal on the Jack in the Box app for 2 tacos for 99 cents. So I got them a bunch of tacos, and then another person I just figured they would want something like chicken strips and curly fries. I got all that. And man, everything is so expensive now. The tacos were not expensive because you get 2 for 99 cents. So that was only like $3. But I think a combo meal at Jack in the Box, you can't get it even under $10. They're usually over $10 for a combo meal. So it's crazy how fast the prices for fast food has gone up. I mean, I thought it was expensive the last jump when it went up to in the $8 range for a combo at a fast food restaurant. Now it seems like everything is $10 and up for a combo. So it is just wild. I tried at my best to not eat out too often, usually just on the weekends, but you gotta do something different on the weekend. You can't just cook at home every night of the week. It gets boring. It looks like it's gonna be hot today. It's 75 degrees right now, and it's only 8:06 a.m. So that tells me it's probably gonna get in the mid to upper 90s today, and there's not a cloud in the sky. So it's gonna be hot for sure. I don't really mind that it's going to be hot. I just don't like it when it gets boiling hot this early. That usually is a bad, it's a bad omen to the later on when we hit the summer, that it could be really, really hot once we get into the summertime. I know, we live in the desert. What else should I expect? But I like the predictability. I like the idea that, certain times of the year you can expect the weather to be a certain temperature. And we're only in April. We're not in May yet. And usually we don't break 90s until May. So we're a little bit early on the old thermometer, it looks like. All right, let's see here. I've got to make a phone call. Let's see. Yeah, because this is a contactless delivery. And it makes you make a phone call. And it's too early in the morning to be calling people. It's kind of rude. But whatever.
Contactless delivery.
Contactless delivery.
Drop off location.
Call the customer. Waste my time. Call and waste my time. Okay, here we go. Pressing. Dialing. Hanging up. All right. Let's see. Going back. All right. I got past that. Oh. Got to type in that's going to be delivered to the front door. This takes so much time. It is ridiculous. Now I can't even do video of the walkway because I don't want to lose the settings for the hard drive. So. Yeah, I don't like those contactless deliveries. They're a pain. They don't even make any sense. $4.04 for 7.6 miles. No. Coffee bean and tea leaf, $4.50 for 4.2 miles. No. I was getting a machine. I almost took a Albertson shopping one, but it was $9 and something cents. We got to shop for like 15 items. I'm like, I ain't shopping for that many items. They can forget it. That's too many, especially for $9. I guess if it had been, it probably had to have been at least $15. Then I would have taken it. And the miles were good, but the number of items to shop for was not good. $3.50 for 2.7 miles. No. $5.05 for 8 miles. No. Decline. I know. Yeah, a lot of bad stuff is coming in now. It's nothing worth my time. So, $3.50 for 3.5 miles. No, thank you. Goodbye. Yeah, a lot of garbage is coming in. At least now I'm getting something. I guess everybody's awake now, but they got no money. They're like, we ain't got no money to give you. $3.51 for 10 miles. That is a joke. Who is going to drive 10 miles for $3.50? That is sad and pathetic. Yeah, nobody's got money. $7.85 for 4.1 miles. Now hold on a second. That one I think will work. All right, shut up. We're going to accept. Meanwhile, Albertsons came in $10.40 for 9.2 miles. Decline. I don't know what I'm doing. See, I'm just trying to juggle all these apps and drive at the same time. Good luck. How can anybody do this job safely? I don't know. Now I'm going to have to make a U-turn at the next thing, because I'm in the far right lane and I can't make a left from here. All right, light, just waiting on you. I'm just waiting on you to change so I can make a U-turn. There's just no way I can do a left turn from this lane. Not safely anyway. All right, we're going back to the McDonald's with a wet floor. I wonder if it's dried by now. I bet you it's wetter than ever. I've been watching that new X-Men 97 cartoon on Disney Plus. I'm enjoying it. It's fun to reminisce, because I used to read the X-Men in the 80s and the 90s. So it's fun that it's stuff that I'm familiar with. That's easy for me to follow along with what's happening. So I'm enjoying watching it. It seems to be good so far. It's it's not 100% accurate to the comics, of course, but it's still just fun. It's fun to at least have it be at least more faithful to the comics. And so I'm enjoying seeing all the characters and the relationships, because the X-Men, even though they're superheroes, it's really more of a soap opera. It's like the Days of Our Lives superhero style. There's all the relationships and the drama of the people and their insecurities and their jealousies and their fears. And it really helps you to relate to the characters more so than like a Superman or a Batman, because they're just regular. It makes you feel like they're just regular people that just happen to have these incredibly strange and amazing powers. So that makes it fun. I'm really enjoying it. I just wish that I wish it could be a little bit more adult, because I know they have to cater for that mid-range, but I would like it if it was more adult. If there was just a little bit more, level up one more on the violence and the gore, or the scariness or the intensity. So that's one thing I wish it would do, but it's fine. It's acceptable and very watchable. All right, I got the McDonald's order. We're on our way now to the drop-off. I think it's a house. It is 2.4 miles away. We'll be there in about 5 minutes. Leave in front of metal courtyard gate. and there's no gate code. All right, let's get going. It's 8:22 a.m. So you should see up above on the screen how much money we've made, and then just do your math. We've been going for an hour. That's our hourly rate right now. I think we're doing good. You guys know more than me. I'm just driving the car, and you guys can do your math and say, hey, he's making this much per hour. It's the first hour. Wow. Or, man, this guy sucks. He's not making no money. It just depends on how you look at it. These streets don't make any sense. I just passed a street with the exact same name. It must go in a circle. It threw me at first. I'm like, the street is right here. Why are you telling me to go another quarter of a mile? But here it is again, the same street. It just goes in a big crescent curve, I guess. Yeah, it must just be what it does. I can see. Here we go. Not this one. Sometimes the navigation, it lags. So you really gotta look to make sure you're going to the right place. I've had it lag, and it's like it's one more street down, but it's telling me no, it's time to turn. I'm like, no, it isn't. Yeah, the GPS has to work in concert, I guess, with the internet. All right, here we go. Let's see. So leave at the door by that courtyard gate, they said. So. Dum-da-dum. I think it's this one. Yep, it's this one. All right. Fix that. I'm having one of those days where I don't feel like I'm on my game. I don't feel like the functioning going on in the brain is 100% here. I'm like trying to be like aware of my surroundings and not trip on anything, and navigate through the phone's menu system and make sure I follow the customer's instructions properly. And normally they're all just second nature, you know. Do it and the brain just goes with it, but not today. Today I'm actually having to make an effort. I'm having to make an effort to function, you know, and I guess we all go through that. There's just some days where you're like, your mind is just a little slower, kind of like when you get a virus in the computer. It's like, why does it keep freezing? It's like, oh no, I got a virus on my computer, it's freezing all the time. So it's like a lag. I guess you can call it lagging. I am lagging today. Maybe I work too much. Look, some people riding bicycles. We're just having a good old time on a Sunday morning. What a nice way to spend your Sunday morning. I bet you they're enjoying their day more than I am. I bet you they're not. I bet you they're not happy they're not making any money. You know how much fun it is to make money. Yeah, I'm having a good time. I think if somebody told me, would you rather be doing this right now or riding a bicycle? I'd rather do this. I don't think I'd want to ride a bicycle right now. One, it's in the 70s, and I don't know. I'm trying to think, what do I enjoy doing when I have free time? Just like watching my shows. I watch TV. I watch Seinfeld. I'd like to watch the Seinfeld and laugh at their sense of humor. I really like observational humor. I always find it so funny, the things that happen in life, and you just make commentary on it. That's just my kind of humor. Just noticing things that just happen to by you, like make you just wonder. $3.10, 4.6 miles. No. Yeah, and then you just kind of, doesn't necessarily have to be cynical. I mean, Seinfeld comedy tends to be a little bit more on the cynical side, very pragmatic, but I like it when it's just observational. You just laugh, like, can you believe that person just did what they did? Or, can you believe how crazy some people are? And it just makes you laugh that people are so either just ridiculous or not very with it. Go to our burgers, $4.15 for 16 miles. I drive 16 miles for $4, wouldn't you? Who would not? I can't think of a single person who would not drive 16 miles for $4.50. No, sir. I guess I'm just going to have to pass it up. I'm so sorry. I would like to take it, but I'm going to leave it to some other DoorDash driver who needs it. They're probably really desperate, and they're like, oh man, $4.50 for 16 miles? Give that to me. I'm so lucky somebody offered this to me. $2 for 4 miles. I think the lowest offer I've ever seen was like $1.25. I was shocked. I was like, can you really even get away with something like that to make it that low? I remember in the olden days, in the 70s, you could buy so much with just a quarter. Now I don't even think people hold on to quarters. I mean, what do people do with their change? I don't even know if people have change anymore. I'm sure most people just use their credit card for $4.08 for 9.7 miles. No, I'm sure most people use, if they get change, I mean, if they're not using their credit cards, they use cash, they must just use the change to have exact change, I guess, if the next time they make a purchase, so they can give them exact change back. But who'd want to carry all that coin in your pocket with it jangling around? I'm trying to think. Maybe people take it to the market. You know, when it builds up, they go to the market and they put it in those Coinstar machines. They have those machines at the market where you just shove all your change in it and it gives you a little piece of paper, and then the cashier will give you money. $7.40 for 19 miles. No. Yeah, they must do that. Although, you know, Coinstar makes money off of it. They get a percentage of the money just for you using the machine. $13 for 9 miles. No, it has to be $14. Sorry. This is my cheat sheet is for. It tells me. I don't have to even think. When I think it's close, I just pivot down to my cheat sheet and it tells me yay or nay. And that was a nay. They were $1 short. They were a day late and $1 short. Yup, I still haven't gotten anything. We're coming up on the district right here at the 215 freeway and Green Valley Parkway. I read in the news today that the reason why there were so many police out recently was they were doing some type of new program where they're trying to get drivers who go through the red lights. $17 for 15 miles. No. Yeah, they're trying to catch people who go through all the red lights. And I guess this particular intersection that I'm at now is documented as one of the most highly driven areas where vehicles don't obey the rules of the road. $6 for 4 miles. No, you're $1 short. Yep, they have. I guess they keep traffic cameras that monitor this thoroughfare, and they monitor how many times. $4.46 for 5 miles. No, they monitor how many times cars blow through the red lights. And I guess this particular intersection is notorious for people not paying attention to the red lights, and they just drive right through them. So yeah, so the police set up a program where they had multiple cars in this area, multiple police cars, just catching people left and right, since they knew it was a great place to do it, to catch people going through red lights. That's how they do it. They do their research on the whole city of where do people not follow the rules. And this was the spot. So the news story said that they got like over 200 and something people who went through red lights, and they busted them for all different kinds of reasons. Because I guess they let it build up. They let people suddenly have that sense of security that everything is going just fine, and they bust their asses. Got a DoorDash order. We're going to be getting $9 for 5.1 miles. Pretty good deal. I went back home and I had an early lunch. I'm not sure why I was so hungry, but because it's only 9:08 a.m. But maybe it just had to do with all the orders I was doing back to back. There were quite a few that I did back to back, so maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know, but I did. I had a peanut butter and banana sandwich and a glass of milk. It was good. I like peanut butter. And then I just downloaded the batch of videos. I downloaded the batch of videos that were on my phones, so that way I could just take them off, because I wasn't sure how many videos I recorded during the first part of the morning. So I didn't want to be in a situation where I ran out of memory. I don't think I've ever run out of memory, so I probably have plenty, but I'm always so cautious about that. So I'm like, oh, make sure you download when you get home, so you don't have to worry about having too many files sitting on the phones and they get full and then you can't record anymore. So so I went ahead and did that. Why this guy next to me just keeps pacing me on my right hand side. It is so irritating when people do that. It's like, why don't you either speed up or slow down? You don't have to be like right next to me the whole time I'm driving. It's like, I don't know, what are you trying to do? You're trying to check me out? You're trying to see like if I'm hot to you or whatever the hell you're doing? It's like, get out of here, weirdo. All right, we got an unusual one here. It is a house. It looks like it's an Anthem Country Club. It's a hand it to me. They never say to hand it to them in Anthem Country Club. Never. They always say leave it at the door. And they got a whole long list here of instructions. They say guard gate at the Anthem community. Say delivering to and the name of the person, residence at, and then the address. Then ring the doorbell when you get to the door. Thank you. What a bunch of baloney. Did they really have to give me? Oh, because it's a gift. That's why. I was like, why are they giving me all of these obvious instructions of things that I would normally do? Somebody bought this Starbucks order for somebody as a gift. Oh, and now it makes sense. All right, let's get going. So the only issue that we're going to encounter, or we could encounter, is that the resident is not going to have me on the list of people who are delivering to their house. So I've got to pretty much say the name of the person who is sending the gift to the resident, and then hopefully the guard can get a hold of them so that they can give approval for me to go into the community to deliver the gift. Because if they can't get a hold of the resident, I can't get in. Now the resident may not even be home, or the residents may not answer the phone because they're not expecting anything. So I don't know. People are too much. All right, I messaged the customer, the person who ordered this drink. I messaged them and told them, make sure that the gift recipient knows that I am coming, so they can let the guard know that I'm coming, so the guard will let me in. I don't think they thought that far ahead. So luckily the brain's working at the moment, and I thought, hey, let me let this person know to do that, so that way when I get to the guardhouse and I say the address and that I'm with DoorDash, they let me in. People who don't live in this state, I see in the comments, are surprised how many gated communities there are here in Vegas. And I try to explain to them in the comments back in the reply that, you know, Vegas is a known to be a place for vacationing. That's how it originally was. So the structure of communities had to be set up where the houses could be secure for when the owners of these properties were not in town and they had to go back to, you know, the Midwest, the East Coast, back to California, and they didn't have to worry that someone was going to rob them or, you know, do something to their house. So I would say in this area, 90% of the homes are gated and are run by homeowners associations. And that's just to make sure everything stays secure and up to date. For that very reason, because the foundation of this area is built on the premise of these being vacation homes. Even though nowadays most of them are not. Most of the people just live here full time. But it's not going to change. It's already set in stone of how the structure is here. And people like, I guess, the security of knowing that vagrants can't wander in and mess with stuff. So that's why the majority of them are like that. But it's not cheap. The HOA fees are really high here. You've always, if you think about buying a place here, you've always got to check to find out how much the HOA fees are, because they can be really high, especially if there's like actual guards that actually, keep people out of the community. Okay, well, they didn't let me down. They let the guard know that I was coming. So we've made it through and we are on our way to the drop-off. Boy, that's a relief. I don't like it when people do gifts, especially for guard communities. It makes it really difficult. And even if it's just a gate, I mean, the person sending the gift doesn't know the gate code. So it makes it really complicated. It's like, why don't they just send them a Starbucks gift card or something, or a DoorDash gift card, and then they can do it themselves, especially for this town. Everything is so locked up here. It is such a headache to deal with all of these gates and the guards and everything else. Getting closer to the next one. Here it is. It's a fancy little house. It's very fancy.
Additional instructions are provided in the Dasher app.
At least they know I'm coming. They're not gonna just like not be there.
To the door right now, but if you'd like to leave a...
Well, they didn't come to the door until I was walking away. So I hope I'm going the right way. Am I going the right way? Oh dear. Why am I turned around at the moment? Let me get my bearings. Come on, brain, turn on. No, I think we're going the right way. My brain says we are now going the right way. I just got my bearings turned around for a second. I'm like, where are we going? So yeah, they had a doorbell that talks, and the doorbell said we can't come to the door right now. So I was like, so I set the drinks down, and then of course then they finally got to the door and opened it. And by that time I was halfway down the driveway, and I just yelled out, "Thank you." And that was that. And then they got their stuff. So everybody's happy now. The circle of the process is complete, and now we're just waiting for offers. Let's hope something comes in soon, and if not, let's hope we get home and we can relax in peace. It's 9:28. We're officially at the 2-hour mark. So take a look at the total. Look at the total and divide by 2. That'll tell you the hourly rate we're at right now. I did take about a 15-20 minute break. So those of you who are sticklers for accuracy, do your math and minus about 15-20 minutes from the 2 hours. Or don't. Maybe you want to calculate that in as a lunch. However you want to do it, that's the number. That's the total amount of money we've made so far and the hourly rate that we're making. Let's move on now into our 3. I currently have about an 18% acceptance rate. That means, does that mean like $8.75 for 14.5 miles? No. Doesn't that mean that like 80, I think 82%? Is that right? Let's see. What is I'm bad at math right now. What is 100 minus 18? 82. Go to Target. $15.08 for 5.5 miles. I just have to shop for 13 items. Well, it's not too bad. All right, let's go to Target. Let's shop for 13 items. Let's see. And of course, I have to make a U-turn, of course. And I'm not in the right lane. Take a look at what we're shopping for. We're shopping for cheddar cheese cubes. We're shopping for cheese, sausage, French fries, sugar, brown sugar, popcorn. We're shopping for half and half. We're shopping for hoisin sauce, eggs. We're shopping for eggs. That's all. We're shopping for all groceries. All right, let's get in there. All right, well, that went okay, or no problems, except there was one girl in there who was staring at her phone and almost walked into my cart. And I wasn't even moving. I was just standing there because I saw her coming towards me. And as soon as she almost hit my cart, she looked up and she stared at me and she gave me a dirty look. Like somehow I had done something to be in her pathway by me just standing there and existing. And I was like, what a... You know what? I won't even say it. You know it. So anyway, we got everything we needed. The only issue was they didn't have 2 boxes of the type of popcorn they wanted. They wanted the ultra butter, but they only had 1 left. So they got a second one that was the movie theater butter, which are close enough. So it's much better than me getting kettle corn. Those are the 2 options. We're going to be going 9 minutes away, 3.2 miles. Leave at my door. At gate, there is a call station. If the gate is not open, please dial this number, then hit the call button for access. It's an apartment, of course. Let's get going. Buddy, let's make up our own rules of the road. Today, I'm driving on the left side of the road because that's how I feel like it. All the red lights mean green, and all the green lights mean green too. It is green, green, green day. We are not seeing red. Every light is green. Stop signs mean go. Double solid lines mean cross the double solid line. 25 miles an hour means 50 miles an hour. 45 means 85. Cutting somebody off means you're a great driver. It's just another way to say hello. We're on our way. We're on our way. 4 more minutes. 4 minutes. 1.8 miles. We only have 2 hours left in the shift. It is 10:02 a.m. Traffic is light. I'm so glad it's Sunday. The app wanted me to turn here at this street, but that didn't make any sense because at the very next light is the street that the apartment complex is on. I just don't understand the navigation sometimes. It must think like I'm like 1 foot. It's like 1 foot closer if I turn right at this light. And that's going to save me 1 foot in distance. That must be what it's thinking. That's the only thing I could think. There is no reason why you would have me make a right on this road that's under heavy construction right now, rather than me staying on this nice smooth road that has no construction on it. There is absolutely no explanation other than the fact that you're going to save me a foot, one shoe size, one basketball player's shoe size in distance by me turning that way. Not time, mind you, because the amount of time it would take to have to navigate all that construction would be probably at least 30% longer. I remember it quite well. Oh yes, cut me off. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it. Bad drivers are everywhere. It's funny that when the camera is pointed towards the road, my mind thinks that I shouldn't be talking because I'm not on camera. So I have to like not look at the camera to keep talking, because the moment I look at the camera, I think I don't have to talk. Like I'm not on camera, so why should I be talking? Oh man, that's a psychological thing. It must be. Okay, let me look at the building number. All right, and that way I can make sure I look for that number as I'm going. It looks like they dropped a pin, but that doesn't mean anything. I've been here many times, and the pin they dropped was completely wrong. So, speed bump or dip or whatever they want to call it. All right, let's see here. I start looking for numbers. We're getting close. We're getting close. It looks like they are correct this time, I think. It looks like, yes, they are correct. They have not led us astray. All right. Let's get this done. The customer's apartment number in the instructions were correct, but somehow my mind changed the apartment number. And so when I went to the apartment that I was supposed to drop off at, I thought I was at the wrong apartment. $9.25 for 6 miles to shop for 13 items. No. Yeah, so somehow my mind thought I was at the wrong apartment. So then I started to head back around to the other side of the building, and I said, let me look at the app. $4.69 for 6 miles. No. So I said, let me look at the app, and sure enough, the number was totally different than what I thought. And it was the apartment that I was just at. So I turned around and went back to the apartment and dropped it off. And then I felt like that's about right for my brain right now, because it's on, it's off, it's thinking, and then it wanders. So maybe because it's Sunday, I don't know. You know, it's on Sundays. Everybody wants their groceries shopped for. Nobody wants food. Saturday, everybody wants food and very little shopping. Just the way it is, I guess. Let's see, something else is coming in. $12.13 for 8 miles. No, I charge 14. Get out of here. Yeah, I guess everybody decides they want to do their shopping on a Sunday. 12, I just got that. I said no. Yeah, the people must have realized, oh, I need to get something for next week. Well, I'm going to be too busy at the office to pick up this stuff, so I'll have a delivery driver bring it to me, so that way I don't have to leave the comfort of my home while I'm playing World of Warcraft, or I am shopping online, buying all these little things that I don't need. Walmart, no thanks. I'm not that excited about joining the Spark program. Smart and Final and Coffee Madness, $8.25 for 9 miles. That one's a joke. 2 places to go for the same number of miles. That's $1. No. Man, it's getting warm. It's 83 degrees right now, and it's 10:13 in the morning. It is gonna be hot today. I'm glad I put sunscreen on. Even though I don't like the way I look on camera with sunscreen, I tend to look real pasty with the sunscreen on. And sometimes I don't put the sunscreen close enough under my eyes. And when I take my sunglasses off, it looks like I have dark circles under my eyes, but it's actually my normal complexion under my eyes, and then all the sunscreen making my skin look lighter. So it has the effect of I look pasty with dark circles under my eyes. I'm like, well, that's attractive. All right, I picked the shopping at Smart and Final, and you're not gonna be happy, or I'm not gonna be happy, but you don't care. You're like, oh, I care. $18.54 for only 3.2 miles. It's so short, right? It's like, wow, how could you go wrong? Well, we're shopping for 26 items. We're gonna be in there quite some time, but the good news is that Smart and Final is not a big store. So we don't have to do a lot of schlepping around the store to find what we're looking for. So that's the good news. The bad news, of course, is that it's 26 items. And because it's Smart and Final, some of the items can be very heavy and very large. But we'll work it out. We want the money. Just give us our money already. In a way, this is a perfect one for me because it saves miles on the car. That's like my #1 priority. I want this car to last as long as possible. So the lower the mile to dollar ratio, the happier I am. It's not even so much about, how long it's gonna take me. It's just the fact that I don't have to put miles on my car. And hopefully this car will last me, years and years. I hope. Let's see what we're shopping for. Oh my God, I'm not gonna read off all these things. Let's just slowly scroll through them. And maybe you can catch a glimpse at things that look familiar to you. I'm not even looking, I'm focused on driving. You guys just enjoy the scrolling of all the different items that we have to get. I'm sure they're all very simple grocery items, I am sure. All right, we've reached the end of the grocery shopping list. It's time to go in and shop. Let's do it. There it is. Look at all that stuff. I got it all. I'm headed to the checkout. Oh, that was so much easier than I thought. All right, we did it. I am very happy we got it all loaded up. The shopping was not hard. I don't think there was a single item that was difficult to find. So we did it. Now we just got to drive there and drop it off. And then we'll be done. And I'm pretty familiar with the street that this house is on. So I don't feel particularly concerned about the level of difficulty for the drop off. So I think we're going to be golden on this one. There was a little bit of a line inside, and I thought I had cut somebody off in the line because he was to the far left, and it looked like, I wasn't sure if he was like in line for both lines, like he didn't know which line was going to go faster. So he was like kind of pulled over waiting, and he probably thought I would just stand behind him and also do the same thing. But I'm no dummy. I know how people are in these stores. They will immediately go to one of the two lines because their mind thinks, well, this person is not in line. They think they're at the bank, and this is not the bank. This is the grocery store. So you've got to pick a line and get in it. You can't just stand there and be like, well, the shortest one I suddenly think is available, I'm suddenly going to move into. It ain't working like that. So I just got in a line. And then after about a minute, I turned to him and said, were you in line? Because I was like, maybe he wants my spot, but I don't think he was certain yet about which one was going to be faster. So he said, no, I'm not in line. So I took it upon myself to just stay where I was, and then I was next in line. And then he went to the other line, and that was it. And that was the extent of the situation. Oh, it looks like it's a handed to me, so I've got to ring the bell when I get there, I guess. Oh well, it's all good. This house on the left. No, one more. This one right here. Let's get turn around.
Hand it to me.
Alright. Let's unload, everybody. Hello.
Hello, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Got one more bag.
Okay. Yeah, it's supposed to be Joe's grocery store.
All right, you're all set. Thank
Great,
you.
Thank you.
It was definitely worth it. The amount of effort and time involved in that one was not too bad at all. Whew. It is 10:49 a.m. Scrambled, 8:25, 11.8 miles. No. Yeah, it was not bad at all. I could do those all day, make that much money. That would be pretty cool. Oh well, just be grateful I got one. One for the day for the kitty. Ooh, man. And it's a good workout. I like that too. I like the exercise. Getting a little cardiovascular going on, waking up the brain. Oh man. Yeah, she came right to the door. I rang the bell, and then she came right to the door, and then she started loading the groceries in, and there was no it was all perfectly friendly and polite, and no problems. I would say 95% of the people are friendly and polite. It's that 5% you gotta watch out. You gotta be ready to just move on. You gotta tell yourself, you know what? 95% was good, and this is just one of the 5%, and just move on. Because some people just aren't friendly. They just are not. Maybe they're in a bad mood. I don't know. I don't know what causes people to be so rude. For somebody in such a blue-collar servant job, you should be nice, because this person's just helping you out. You know they're not getting a lot of money, and yet the people they'll be nice to are those people that make a gob of money. And those people don't even give a rat's ass about whether you're nice to them or not. Those people are actually the ones you shouldn't even be nice to, because you're paying them a boatload of money, so they should be working their asses off. It's the opposite mentality. They think that because it's a low-paying job that we're like at the bottom of the totem pole, so they can treat us like garbage. I'm like, oh, you're just a snob. You're one of these elitist people who thinks that there are people that are beneath you. Like I said, I think it's 11. I think I said before, it's 10:51. We only got an hour left in the shift, so there's not that many left to go, guys. So I don't know how far away we are from the goal, but you can see at the numbers above where we're at. I'm sure we're not gonna make it, knowing us, because it was slow in the morning. We lost about an hour and a half of the day, and we're locked in the window now because of the time it takes to edit videos and the time I need to just relax at home. So we're pretty much locked in a window of 6 a.m. to noon. It's a 6-hour window. $9.26 for 17 miles. No. So if nothing happens early in the morning, it definitely affects the entire day, especially that long a period of time. Like, we could make up 30 minutes. We could maybe make up an hour, but not an hour and a half. Let's see. Biscuit Butt just sent us a comment. They said, I had to use my personal card also a few times, and they're pretty good about reimbursing pretty quickly. Oh, he must be watching the video that's only for bronze tier members. So you guys wouldn't have seen this right now, but of course, once this video comes out, the video he just watched will be really old, so you will have seen it. And then another person watched the Shop Until You Drop video, and they said, it is so true about your voice. I often play while I am getting things done in the house. Keep those videos coming. Oh, that's nice. It's always nice when somebody appreciates the work I put into these videos and they're of some use. That's awesome. Thank you so much. All right, well, we'll just keep waiting for the next one. Okay, well, it's about 11:35 and we didn't get any more offers, and then I just realized I have to go to the market. I've got to go pick up some salmon and some avocados. So my day is over. So let's round up with the totals. So you can see above me are the totals for how much we've made, as well as the total number of hours worked and the hourly rate. We drove approximately 38 miles today, and we got 61.1 miles to the gallon. And that's it. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you again on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye, everybody.